Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be giving you another TFSA portfolio update. If you guys are new to the channel, I make videos on pretty much anything in the stock market. I primarily focus on my portfolio. I'm not an expert by any means. I am just a young kid who just started investing, and I'm kind of showing my journey of learning on the way. So I started investing in September of 2021. That is when I turned 18 and was eligible to open a tax-free savings account. And I did. And the first 2 years in 2021 and 2022, I invested $6,000 a year. So that equated to $500 a month, not 5,000. I wish I could do that, but I unfortunately cannot afford that. And it's also not allowed because of those contribution limits. But anyway, 2021 and 2022 invested $500 a month. This year in 2023, the contribution limit obviously went up to $6,500. So I invested. What I did was just, instead of doing whatever the actual, 6,500 divided by 12 was, I just did $1,000 in January, and now I'm doing $500 a month for the rest of the months through 2023. And yeah, right now my net deposits are sitting at 17,250 because I did 250 earlier in the month in October, and probably next week I'll deposit another 250. I'm still on pace to hit that $6,500 for the year. The reason I kind of spread it out like that is, like, for example, instead of me investing $6,500 in January, which, some people could make a case that is better. And, because, yeah, you have longer time in the market with that money, right? But the way I look at it is I'd rather dollar cost average and play it a bit more safe. Like, if I invested in $6,500 in January, and then the rest of the year the stock market goes down, I'm going to be sitting there kicking myself. Whereas if I just do $500 a month, I kind of have a bit less risk that way, and dollar cost average slowly into the market. And also, I really don't want to just deploy $6,500 at once into a TFSA, like into the stock market. Like, I find it fun investing all the time and buying stocks. Or if I just did it all in one go, like, one, my bank account wouldn't be looking too good, and B, um, yeah, like, it just takes on a bit more risk. But anyways, let's get into the quick portfolio update. So starting off with my worst performing stock, I don't even want to talk about it. But if you guys know what's going on with Algonquin, a lot of you guys might even hold this. I'm not really buying anymore, to be honest, right now. I know the price is pretty low, but my confidence with their company is slowly fading away. So I'm kind of halting buying them right now, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm down over $1,000 on this stock. So if this stock just broke even, I'd be up all time. So that's how bad it's really been. I'm down 55%, which obviously is not ideal. On the other hand, this is probably my best performing stock percentage wise. Alimentation Couche-Tard. Tough one to pronounce for me. But yeah, I'm up 43%. This stock pays a pretty low dividend, but it is a high growing dividend. So they're working on that, and they're really focused on growing their company. So I do like the stock a lot. I'm up over $300 on it and 43%. Brookfield Asset Management. So as you know, kind of, some of you might know, Brookfield and Brookfield Asset Management kind of had a weird kind of splitting situation earlier in the year, and yeah, basically they are two stocks now. So yeah, so both those I'm down on a little. One, Brookfield Corp, I'm down a bit more than Brookfield Asset Management, but either way, I'm down on both of them, and I'm down on Bell on 18, almost 19% as well. CNR, I'm down 5%, so I'm down. I'm down a lot on a lot of these companies. Like, the whole kind of Canadian stock market has been rough, obviously, during the last couple of years, but some stocks have been performing well, obviously. In any recession, in any kind of bear market, there's going to be those stocks that do perform well. It just happens to, if you have them in your portfolio or not. As you'll see when we get a little bit more down this list, I do have ETFs, which kind of offset my individual stocks a little bit. And as I'm going longer and learning more, I kind of am slowly starting to put more of my position into ETFs. So CNR, I'm down 4.88%. Canadian Utilities down almost 19%. 22% on Emera, 18% or 11% on Enbridge, down 4% on Fortis, down almost 6% on Hydro One. This was one of my newer stocks. I added this recently. Manulife, I'm basically breaking even. Same with Power Corp of Canada, basically breaking even. Pizza, I'm up. That feels weird to say, but I am up. Not by a lot, by 0.35%, but since the other stocks have been down, it's nice to see that green. RioCan, this is a monthly. Pizza is too. All three of these, Pizza, RioCan, and Smart Centers, are all monthly dividend payers. So I'm up 0.35 on Pizza. RioCan and Smart Centers, they're both REITs, real estate investment trusts, and yeah, I'm down both about 25 and 27% respectively on both of those ones. Suncor, this has been performing well. I'm up 21.7% or $100 on this one. TELUS, I am down 25% on that one, $205. Yeah, it's been a rough go, but still, I'm not selling anything. I'm just playing the long-term game and slowly adding more. TD, I'm down 7.75%. This is my largest position. Obviously, I want to change that. I'm slowly adding VFE into VFE into my portfolio more. This VDY is a high dividend yield index Canadian ETF. I'm down 7.9%, which a lot of these holdings in VDY are individual stock holdings I have as well. But really, my main goal for this portfolio right now is to get this number up. I want to get this way over what I have in TD. Like, this should be at least 30 to 40% of my portfolio, and it's not there at all right now, because this has exposure to the U.S. market, and the U.S. market is obviously a bit more robust, I would say, than the Canadian market. So I definitely want to add a lot more into this stock here. So pretty much whenever I get dividends, like I have $46 or just from dividends, like I didn't deposit this. This is just my passive income coming in. And you'll see here in a couple minutes my dividend spreadsheet, and I'll go over all of that with you guys. But yeah, like this $46, I'll probably end up just throwing into here, and probably about half of $250 I'm going to deposit next week. I'll put like 125 of it in here as well, just because I'm trying to grow this position right now. I'm not going to grow it. Like, I'm not going to put all 250 or all $500 for each month, just because I still want to add to these other positions. But I'm definitely adding at least, probably I'd say half my money now in the next couple months will be going into VFE and VDY. Mostly VFE though, just because of the U.S. market exposure, like I said. Anyways, I'll now go over my dividend spreadsheet with you guys. So now just going over my spreadsheet. I already mentioned my contribution limit, but I guess I'll go over it quickly. In 2021 and 2022, the contribution was $6,000, so I just did $500 a month. And then so this year, I'm doing $1,000 in January, and I did $500 every other month after that. So that's the plan, just so I equal the total of $6,500. Now my dividend history. This is how I kind of add up each and every dividend. So I'll quickly break this down. The ticker symbol, obviously, that's just how you find the stock, and that's how I get this name formula. So I just basically enter this, and then I base this formula off of that ticker symbol, and then it says the name. It used to work for the two REITs, like Smart Centers and RioCan, but it doesn't work anymore. So I'm gonna have to go through and just manually fix all those ones, I guess, which kind of is annoying, but it is what it is. And the date of the dividend, so this one on October 3rd for TELUS, and then the amount of the dividend. And then I add up all the total rows, so 64.70 was my September total, so I just put that in there basically, and it kind of shows me that year-over-year growth. I really like to see that I'm growing year-over-year. Obviously, I can't really compare anything to the 2021 because I started investing in September of that year, so I didn't get any dividends, obviously. But 2022 versus 2023 is kind of my first full year comparison, and really I'll be able to just see this kind of growing as years go on, which is what I like to see. And I hope to eventually have like $1,000 a year, maybe in 2024, 2025. Probably won't get there till 2025, but at least in $100 a month in 2024 would be nice. And eventually, I think this year I'll hit my $1,000 all-time total of dividends, because I'm already at like $56.17 for this month in October, which isn't added to this yet. So I think I'm on pace to hit $1,000 by the end of the year for dividends, which it's a nice little milestone. Obviously, it's nothing to celebrate too crazy. But yeah, we'll celebrate the small victories, even though I'm down a little bit in my TFSA. But yeah, this pretty much wraps up the video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Also, if you're interested in opening a TFSA or like even a first home savings account or anything like that, RRSPs, Wealth Simple has it all. I really recommend it. It's very, very low fees. And yeah, you get a little bonus if you use the link in the description to sign up. So if you want to support the channel, then make sure to sign up through that link. Or just subscribe and like the video. That also shows me a lot of support. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.